My name is Yeow Ming Wei. My entry number is 03DD19F1095. Today I want to present Property PBT2 mobile app application development. First question 1. Animation type and capability. The animation is process of adding a motion effect to any view, image, or text. With the help of an animation, you can add motion or can change the shape of a specific view. Animation in Android is generally used to give your UI a rich look and feel. The animations are basically of three types as the following. First, property animation. Second, view animation. Third, drawable animation. And let me see first property animation. Property animation is one of the robust framework which allow animating almost everything. This is one of the powerful and flexible animation which introduction in Android 3.0. Property animation can be used to add any animation in the checkbox, radio button, and widget other than any view. And second animation is view animation. View animation can be used to add animation to specific view to perform twisted animation on views. Twisted animation calculates animation information such as size, rotation, start point, and end point. These animations are slower and less flexible. An example of view animation can be used in we want to expand a specific layout in the place we can use view animation. This example of view animation can be seen in expandable recycle view. And third, last animation is drawable animation. Drawable animation is used if you want to animate one image over other, one or two or uppers. The simple way to understand is to animate drawable is to run the series of drawable one after other to create an animation. As simple example of drawable animation can be seen in many apps span screen on app logo animation. This is my presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Wei Kang. My matrix number is 03DT19F1078. I will be presenting for problem-based task 2 presentation for question 2. Apply graphics and animation capabilities to an application. The first option is to use an animation drawable. This allows you to specify several static drawable files that will be displayed one at a time to create an animation. The second option is to use an animated vector drawable, which lets you animate the properties of a vector drawable. Animation drawable. One way to animate drawables is to load a series of drawable resources one after another to create an animation. This is a traditional animation in the sense that it is created with a sequence of different images played in order like a roll film. The animation drawable class is the basis for drawable animations. While you can define the frame of an animation in your code, using the animation drawable class API is more simply accomplished with a single XML file that lists the frames that compose the animation. The XML file for this kind of animation belongs in the RAS drawable directory of your Android project. In this case, the instructions are the order and duration for each frame of the animation. The XML file consists of an animation list elements as the root node and a series of the child item nodes that each define a frame, a drawable resource for the frame, and the frame duration. Here's an example XML file for drawable animation. So here you can see animation list XMLNS Android one shot equal to true, item Android drawable equal to drawable rocket thrust, Android duration equal to 200, item Android drawable rocket thrust 2, Android duration equal to 200, either Android drawable rocket thrust 3 Android duration equal to 200 animation list. Next animation drawable, this animation runs for just 3 frames. By setting the Android one-shot attribute of the list to true, it will cycle just once, then stop and hold on the last frame. If it is set false, then the animation will loop. With this XML saved as rocket thrust.xml in the rest drawable directory of the project, it can be added as the background image to a view and then called to play. Here's an example activity in which the animation is added to an image view and then animated when the screen is touched. So at right here you can see the coding, animation drawable rocket animation. Animation driver is important to note that the start method call on the animation driver cannot be called during the onCreate method of your activity because the animation driver is not yet fully attached to the window. If you want to play the animation immediately without requiring interactions, then you might want to call it from the onStart method in your activity, which will get called when Android makes the view visible on the screen. So this is for my presentation. Thank you.
My name is Charin Chrisda and my merit number is 03DDT19F1077. I'm going to continue the PBT2 presentation. My part is to present a method vector variable. So a vector variable is a type of variable that is scalable without getting pixelated or blurry. The animated vector variable class and the animated vector variable compat for the backward compatibility lets you animate the properties of a vector variable, such as rotating it or changing the path data to morph it into a different image. You will normally define animated vector variables into the three XML files. The first one is a vector variable with the vector element in the res/variable path. And the second one is an animated vector variables with the animated vector element in the res/variable path. And the last one is one or more object animators with the objects animator element in the res/animator path. Okay, and to the next one is the animated vector variables can animate the attribute of the groups and path element. The group elements define a set path or subgroup, and the path element define the path to be drawn. When you define a vector variable that you want to animate, use the Android name attribute to assign a unique name to groups and path. So you can refer to them from your animator definition. For example, res/variable/vector variable.sml path. So to the right is the example of the animated vector of the vector variable. To the next one, the animated vector variable definition refer to the groups and the path in the vector variable by their names, which in the res/variable/animator vector variable.sml path. This to the right here is the example of it. And the animation definitions represent object animator or animator set objects. The first animator in this group example rotates the target group to 360 degrees. And this is the example of the object animator. And the last one is the second animator in this example morph the vector variable path from one shape to another. Both paths must be compatible for the morphing. They must have the same number of the commands and the same number of the parameters for each command. So here to the right is the example of the set animated vector. That will be the end of the PBT2 presentation. Thank you.